Actions speak louder than words, words, words. Making the necessary adjustments. Master popularity takes a lot of hard work. Keep our troops in Iraq. Never mix business with pleasure. Making a new splash, big time. If you were wise, you would stay out of the way of my cold steel blades and my pitch.
Major League Money, baby. Major League.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Feel the power, 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 power. Kenny Powers. Sober and ready to destroy the competitions. Get ready to be out again. You bet.
Don't be crazy. Don't be lazy. Hire Kenny Powers.
Yo, first off, I want to say thank you to Big Pat and Katie for the 40. That's very, 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 very generous. And thank you everyone for the well wishing, wishing me feeling better. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Hope you're feeling better. Well, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, I'm not like 100%. Um, but yeah, I mean, like this woman needs to be destroyed. I want to thank you to everyone who's been helping me obtain information on her and the bum's family. Let's just call him what he is. He's an absolute bum. Okay, like these claims that he's a 51% stake owner in a business. These are nothing but lies. It's not true. He lives off of Chantel. And I don't know why she's not just comfortable saying that. That she's supporting a bum who's using her. She doesn't even get laid, doesn't even kiss him. She's trying to flex this, seemingly a little disabled guy from the Middle East as her hunky boyfriend to convince people on the internet that she's got this great life. We all know that's a lie. We all know that's not true, right? And we've proven it. And we've proven it. We've proven it. Piggy's losing money. Yeah, she's definitely losing money. Like that's for sure. She never used to plug her Cameo in the beginning. I gotta say this too because it's a little weird. It's a little strange. Like there's this woman on Twitter who's saying that Chantel's not being trolled at all. Like, and granted, it's an isolated incident. I don't know what she wants. Like, I don't like. I'm not sure what trolling is in the Gore world. Like, maybe things are done a little bit differently around here. But like, I could go on live streams and call her fat all day. Like, sick burn, dude. Like, you got trolled. Like, you got trolled. Yes, 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 IOPS. Like, this woman is a little. I'm not even gonna say her name. If you look at her Twitter, she's clearly sick as a bird. I'm not gonna say it. How do I feel about Mikey lying on me? Who's Mikey? Are you saying hacking? Hacking's lying about me? Man, I don't know. I'm not gonna say her name. I'm just not gonna say her name. Like she's got mental problems and physical problems and all sorts of problems. And who? I'm not gonna say it. I'm just not gonna say it. Don't give her the satisfaction. No, I'm not. Hacking is swine. I don't feel that way. Hacking is he's an interesting guy. I can see why people might take exception with him, but I don't feel the same way. Can you say your name? Well, if you think you can. But yeah, it's weird. It's a little weird. How do I feel about Crystal Luth? Man, um, you know, that's that's really a complicated one. Um, I know that Pacific is Crystal Luth, and it's just not something I can open back up again, because it's heartbreaking and it's beyond frustrating, and it's just not something that I can really afford emotionally. Luth got away with it, yeah, 1,000%. The Luth thing is a story. Well, it's actually very transparent. Like Pacific is Crystal Luth, but that's it's not something I'm ready to get into at the time. But yeah, it's weird. It's definitely very weird. So I mean, in case you haven't seen like these little videos here, man, did I take them down? Where do they go? I don't know where they went. Um, oh wow, I want to say thank you to everyone for helping out my backup channel. Like things are getting pretty uh annoying, I guess. And that's fine. I mean, it is what it is. It's part of the game. I've seen Troll Detective's apology video. Um, well, I'll say this. I think it's I like that they're pulling like a Missy Moo by claiming that their mother-in-law died when they are the mother-in-law. Like we've all seen this lady. She's an old lady. She loves saying the N-word. It's weird. Like I understand why she wouldn't want to have a conversation. She'd just rather make these videos and call me a bully, say that I'm mean to pedophiles or give pedophiles a hard time. Well, that's fine. I mean, like they don't have to like me. That's perfectly fine. Might have just lived through Missy Moo's attempted poisoning. Yeah, it's a little strange. It's a little strange. But like a person I want to get into is this Kaya Simmons lady, who is the biggest scumbag, trash bag, retard that I've conversed with in a long time, and I've conversed with a lot of them. But it's frustrating when people lie to you and you know they're lying to you. I enjoy good N bomb. Well, that's true. That's true. I do enjoy a good N bomb. Um, yeah, it's a fact. I need a little more information on this person. Mr. Business was poisoned by the dog poop. Well, that's you're not. I don't think you're wrong about that, Risky. I don't think you're wrong about that at all. Um, so like I need to be more diligent. I've been feeling well. I've been resting a lot. I've been sleeping a lot, which is more or less the same thing, right? Like, what's the difference? I mean, I guess sleep is rest, but rest isn't sleep. It's in the same ballpark, right? Like, I'm not gonna dissect these words, but I do want some more information. And the amazing thing is, like, um, I try to give her like every out just to get off the internet. You know what I mean? Like, that's your best bet. But if you are like condoning the victimization of children, and you're saying that like a child victim has done nothing wrong, then I'm sorry, but like we just don't agree with that. I mean, there's people who might, but I don't think any of you guys do. Can you send me a video on a guy that went at you a few hours ago about you going after sex? He said you framed him. You know what? Somebody actually already sent that to me. He's an interesting guy. I want to get in this Kaya shit. It's so gross. Like, um, she's too stupid to lie, right? Like that's basically what I'm trying to say here. Um, I haven't asked for her information. I'm sure it's not hard to obtain. I haven't asked for the court documents. I'm sure it's easy to obtain. But her narrative that he was just a landlord for an underage tenant, it's laughable. It's insulting. It's honestly a little irritating, especially when you're giving them every out just to get off the internet and focus on whatever it is that you do. There's probably Xanax, getting slapped around by your pimp, and that's fine. Like that's your life. But if you expect like forgiveness or they're gonna have some kind of redemption, it's just not gonna happen. It's only gonna get worse. As it should for people like that, as it absolutely should. She will insult her intelligence. Yeah, she thinks she thinks she's smart. She thinks that like she's getting one over on people. It's only gonna get worse for her. But yeah, there's stuff I want to do with Chantel and Salah, and more especially Salah's family. But I just haven't had the energy for it. But I can tell you this, that like it's definitely not going to. There's stuff on the horizon. Where did she come from? She's in this girl world, MD. She's in this girl world. And again, like I really haven't been around long enough to understand the appeal of some zanned out former prostitute just mumbling incoherently for hours a day. But I guess there's a lot of people who supported her. I don't think the people should support her. I don't get the appeal of somebody like that, but it's whatever. So many scums in girl world. There's scums everywhere. It's the fucking internet. Kaya's a former prostitute. Yeah, of course she is. Of course she is. It is what it is. We're in the process of learning and information gathering. Yeah, it's really not that hard to get a hold of either. Oh, what's up, Courtney? How are you doing tonight? Yeah, Courtney just keeps going after the queen, French fried girl. I really don't understand the beef there. Maybe because she's rescued more cats. I don't know. She's a more prolific and successful cat rescuer than Courtney, and maybe there's a degree of jealousy there, and that's okay. Maybe she'll get over it. Maybe she won't. But that's all right. I hope you're having a good evening, Courtney. I think he's still in that game. She's so old, though. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I'm not really sure. Courtney, eat shit, French fry girl, win all the cats. Well, whatever helps you sleep at night, Courtney. Whatever helps you sleep at night. Why can't she rescue cats too? Like, why can't everyone rescue cats? Why is it like I have to rescue all the cats? Like, there's enough cats to save. Like, I don't know, but I do think your Per City Paws, is it? Per City, is that it? Yeah, I think the Per City Rescue Animal Organization is a noble cause, and I would focus on like less notable and prolific cats. Like, you don't need to save the head honcho of the cats, like a celebrity cat. Like, I would say it's worth saving 2 non-celebrity cats over 1 celebrity cat, and I would just focus on that. And that's okay. The Pussy Patrol, Gigi Allen, that's disgusting. Time yourself out for 5 minutes, all right? Shame on you. That's crude. That's lewd and crude. It's lewd and crude. All right, we're gonna have a bigger fupa contest. I've been training. Well, no. Throw a couple lowercase in there. Lewd and crude. Lewd and crude, Gigi. Lewd and crude. There's no, especially with this scrutiny I've been under, there'll be no place for lewdness or crudeness around these parts. So again, just time yourself out for, what did Hacken say here? Hang on. Marty on the Bully Sarks. Well, go ahead. Who's stopping you? I mean, like, all right, cool. I'm cool. Acting mad or happy or mad, it's also stupid. All right, Hacking. All right, man. Well, that's good. That's a good thing. FFG is a legend. I couldn't agree anymore. The cat heist was brilliant. I didn't know much about this community. I still really don't. I'm still learning, but I heard about that a while ago, and it was absolutely phenomenal. So hats off to her. Really quickly too. Do you have a lighter? Hang on. I'm not taking sides here between Yo Mamas or French Fried Girl. Like, I understand they have a disagreement and a dispute that I don't think anyone's going to be able to fix. I don't have an interest in any of that, truthfully. Like, I think he makes great songs, and I think French Fried Girl is a great troll and is good at what she does. Like, why? Like, is it impossible for me to like both of them? Maybe it is in your guys' eyes, but that's how I feel. Yeah, the cat heist was ingenious. It was incredible. It was next level, and it's impossible for me not to respect that. Yo Mama stinks on ice. Okay, fine. I hate Yo Mama. Okay. Oh, so people were telling me go after French Fried Girl. Fine. I hate French Fried Girl. Like, I don't. how I feel is how I feel, you know, and I don't really have like a vested enough interest in their beef to pick a side. Like I like both of them. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hang on. I saw something about 150 feral cats, but do research. Well, why, I mean, why would I do research in them though? You know what I mean? Like, what I know about them is what I know. And like, I'm not going for either one of them. Like, I'm not here to come after content creators in the community, unless they do something terrible. Like, you know, like Kaya Simmons, for example, like condoning a pimp. But I don't know. I don't know. You know any of these people that I'm naming? Well, that's okay. Speaking of this Kai woman, for those of you who don't know, oh yeah. What's up, Glory Hole? I'm gonna have to send you something, by the way. San Diego Steve. No, so no. Well, Courtney, you can get a little to use like 8 balls terminology, a little out of pocket too. Sometimes, you know. Sometimes you're asking for a backhand sandwich for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You dig? So, for those of you who don't know, this guy, um, this woman's husband, pimped out children for a living, as opposed to just hobbies, you know, and like funsies. Um, this guy pimped out children, and there's a lot of rumor and speculation that this woman is still helping to this day pimp out kids to support their lifestyle. And like all this was unearthed. All this was unearthed. All this is right out there in the open. And she was like a girl world content creator. And, you know, this was all put out there in the open. She wants to come back and just be like, you know what, guys? So she gives the weirdest apologies too. Like, there was no victim. Like, and they'll make arguments together saying, like, well, this child had a pimp before him and had a pimp after him. So it's not like he did anything wrong, or there's been some other pimp. Like, it's bizarre. It's bizarre. And I guess like those things were called out and were shown to be like, well, that's actually pretty fucked up, lady. That's actually beyond fucked up and not okay. And then she's tried to like uh, step it back and say that like, well, actually, he was just a landlord, you know, and he never asked to see the child victim's ID. So that's all that this is. And it's like, get the fuck out of here, lady. It's just insulting. It's just insulting. Is she gonna dance? Well, she used to dance for a living. You know what I mean? Like she's you know, that's not an option for her anymore. But she thinks that there's no wrongdoing. Yeah, it's insulting. Been insulting. I should probably just play this thing so people can be apprised of this degenerate scumbag and you know, their actions. So I think now's a good time to do that. And like you'll just see like all the girl world will correct the Cyrax people in, you know, the inconsistencies and things that she's told before. But this is a woman who's going to have to get it. Please concentrate, Chantel. Yeah, see, like, okay, that's fair. That's fair. I can tell you this, like, yeah, I need to be more diligent in contacting her family and harassing them a little bit more. A part of that too is the Arabic language barrier, but thankfully, we have a secret weapon. That is all going to be solved. We need to go hard on Foodie. Well, I'll tell you this. I mean, like beyond exposing all of her family's information, beyond like drying up her cash supply, you know, and exposing like business information and revealing their secrets. I don't necessarily. The audience also has the means to harass her family. 1,000%. Thanks, MD. Wow, thank you. So like you've been given a way to get a hold of all of them. Like you know more about Chantel than I do. What's stopping you? You know? What's stopping you? You forgot the dollar sign there, Courtney. You forgot the dollar sign there. You forgot the dollar sign there. But thank you for for the looksies. But yeah, I mean, like you've been given their names, like you can look them up on Facebook. Look, I've got COVID. I've been sick. Like, you can send them a message. You call that business? Well, ZDR, thank you for being proactive. Thank you for being proactive. That's very helpful. Slad's family is the way to go. You can't put it without mod. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. She tried. Well, okay. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Can you maybe put like an S or something? I don't know. Whatever. Courtney, don't you have some cats to be saving right about now, Courtney? Like, why don't you go save some cats, Courtney? Send her a letter and lick the seal. Yeah, someone slipped it by. Well, okay, that's very nice. Call the Kuwaiti Medical Board and report the pharmacy for fraud and selling illegal drugs. Yeah, like again, like I've been sick as a dog, guys. I'm sorry for recuperating, but thank you very much. All right, 21. Wonderful. Look at this fucking cunt here. Look at this disgusting twat.
Hey guys, hey, how are you? How are you? Come on.
Hello. Is that the name of your dog or one of the children that your husband's pimping out?
Marty, either we're gonna do this the real way on here.
It's a fair question. You know what I mean?
Come
like
on,
a good question. I don't know.
Come on, Bella. Come on, girl.
I don't know. I'm sorry. So I'm
sorry. Come here, Bella. Okay,
so
is this what we're gonna do? We're gonna play games and then I'll just do it on my channel.
Like how that's a fair question, right?
Marty, I'm being serious. I'm giving everybody.
I mean, if her husband hadn't been convicted of pimping out children, that wouldn't be a fair question. Like if I asked that to anyone else, it would be silliness. But like, this is something that happened, and it sounds like a silly name. So like,
they can ask questions. I'll explain the best that I can. All this happened way before we got together. Okay.
Yeah.
The girl had an ID. Again, I'm not justifying that.
She had an ID.
She had an ID. The cops took the ID. He had no this hold on, y'all. Let me plug up. There was an ID. There was no
an ID. Like what
he
does he want to buy?
Yeah, so like I don't know, like pimps, like there's no regulatory board, like they don't need to like fax over paperwork and get it approved. And this wasn't even pimping. It was just like a landlord tenant type situation. She eventually claimed, and it's just all bullshit. It's insulting and it's bullshit.
Like the
board, she had a fake ID, unfortunately.
She had a fake ID for her pimp.
Marty, he didn't.
So he only pimps out women over the age of 18, 21, and
Marty, I'm not trying to. It was a different time in his life. I'm not excusing it. No, I'm not. No. Absolutely, but
can I ask what he does for a living now? Just out of curiosity.
Marty, are you serious? So y'all want him to work, or you don't want him to work?
I'm wondering.
Look, she came online and said that he did nothing wrong, that the child wasn't a victim, and she expects to come back and be accepted. Like, just like, oh well, okay, that's cool. People make mistakes. Like that's like one of the most evil things you can do. You know, it's like no. I'm sorry, but no.
Why can't I not ask any questions?
Do you really think that I'm going to let anybody wreck? So are people supposed to reform? Or are they supposed to not reform?
Well, so I'm not asking.
Marty, come on
I'm just asking what industry he works in.
Come on, Marty.
So
come on.
Why is that not a fair question?
Really?
Industry.
Industry he works in? People want him to reform, but yet I'm going to tell where he works at.
Yeah, I'm not asking you where he works. I'm asking what industry he works in.
I'm not even comfortable.
Does he have a job? We just live off of you.
No. He has his whole own thing going, legitimate. That's all I'm going to say.
So what industry? There's no way that
I'm not.
Himself, he has no remorse. This lady just needs to go away. You know, truthfully.
Even we have built this shit from the ground up. I am not about to jeopardize.
Hustle and flow.
I helped
So
take
you
care
and
of my
him have built this
grandmother.
shit. Like, the work make it seem like they're all in on the team and like they're building it together. Meanwhile, like she goes out and sleeps with men, gives them all their money, or gets smacked up. Like, and this is a kid we're talking about here. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, I feel like if she doesn't get her super chats, he's gonna knock her around. But you know what? She deserves to be knocked around. In the same industry. You both work in the same industry. Maybe that's why what he did was normal to you. Like, because
No, I used to dance years ago, was very
Okay.
transparent.
Yeah.
I used to hustle, was always transparent. I never came on here and acted like I was a perfect little angel. I said, I've got a backstory. I've got a back history. I never was in the pimp game. I never was into any of that. I did my job in the club. When I left the club stayed at the club. Home was at home.
Okay. So, like, I guess all that's immaterial. What are you possibly going to say that would endorse your support of this man that you think is going to be accepted by anyone in this sphere?
I want to, first off, no matter how anybody takes this, and please let me at least say this.
She was a prostitute. What do you mean?
I truly apologize to each and every one of you. If this has
we're not some children. We're not some children who had our innocence stolen.
If anything gets said,
you know,
I need this to be said.
Yeah, you don't listen. We didn't get pimped out as children, so you don't need to give us any apologies.
I'm giving an apology to those that cared for me, my channel, and that's really all that I'm here for. Those that cared about me or still do or have in the past. I never wanted to hurt anybody with this. That was never my intentions. Yes, I did act absolutely poorly, and he did as well. When you have somebody,
how did he keep this child in line?
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Marty.
How did he keep this child in line?
There was no keeping her in line, Marty. Unfortunately,
why did this child hand him over the money that she made from sleeping with men?
I want to be careful on here because this person
no direct answers to any of the questions.
Has moved on.
If the crime is not going, you have no reason to keep everything
no, but
back.
this is somebody else's story, and they've moved on with their life. They have children.
What's he doing
and a
right
family,
now?
And I understand that, but I'm going to leave.
What's he doing right now?
What's that?
What's he doing right now?
Do we want him to work or do we not? So if he's a lazy bum and doesn't reform his life and change, so he's a lazy. What do we want here?
Well, honestly, I just want honesty, truthfully.
And I'm being 100% transparent. That's why I came on here. I thought, let's do this.
Okay.
So
yeah. Do you think that anyone's going to like welcome you back after
and that's
you
all
endorsed
right. But I want to apologize to those that got hurt in this. I never wanted to hurt anybody. I see a lot of people saying that their past was dredged up by this. That I don't ever want to come on here to hurt anybody. I always wanted to come on here to lift people up. I really am a recovering addict. This is me. I'm me. I don't play a character on YouTube. I'm the same person. And it was
she's playing a character on YouTube. She's playing like a pillar of virtue. And she's just a washed up whore. You know, like that's what it is. And she's endorsing a pimp. Like, get the fuck out of here, lady. Honestly, you better not come back. I swear to God. I swear to fuck. You know, honestly, this was too much. Like you were given every out just to log off and live your life. And it's stupid not to take it.
Never my intentions to anybody to get hurt in the crossfire.
No, thinking of Nick P for the 20. This bitch is the worst. Yeah, you can tell this woman is just a fucking skeevy whore. You know, and I guess she takes care of her grandmother. Like, you should know that there's no boundaries here. Like, and this might sound weird or strange, but you're doing whatever happens to your grandmother by not simply logging off. Like, we don't, you know, like, I don't know. That might sound weird. It might sound messed up, but like, that's just how things work about around here. Thank you to Jumbo Dumbo. Marty was Jeffrey Epstein's cellmate. Okay.
of this.
All right. Well, thank you. Do you think that as well, continuing to engage in this sector is going to be conducive to him or you improving your lives?
I think that both of us have tremendously improved our lives. He has helped me. I have helped him.
Oh, well. And thank you to Catacomb for the 25. Feel better soon. I'm trying. I'm really trying. But thank you for always being very supportive, and thank you. The well wishings means a lot to me, and thank you.
I mean, people are going to believe what they want to believe, but I do feel like I owe those that cared or care about me. I never meant to hurt you guys, and that's from the bottom of my heart. If you hate me, I understand that, and I can take that.
Yeah. So I mean, I understand like you come from like a different sector of the internet. I mean, I come from a different sector of the internet, and like our rules are not the same. If you're just trying to live an honest, hardworking life, and you don't want to be criticized or experience negativity, do you think that continuing to engage on the internet is something that's in your best interest?
I do understand, and I've always said this, tit for tat. If I criticize Foodie and other people are going to criticize me.
It's not about Foodie Beauty. It's about a child being pimped.
Can I ask a question real quick, Marty?
Sure. Yes. Skinny Queen asks great questions. Absolutely. No doubt about it. Great input.
Chat wants to know, some of the people in the chat want to know.
I'm sorry, I can't see the chat. I apologize.
They want to know why you said the victim wasn't a victim initially.
Let me clear that up.
Like, how could you even say the child wasn't a victim? Like, their family abandoned them. I can't imagine what kind of abuse this kid went through to even find herself in this position. To say they're not a victim, it's beyond insensitive. It's beyond insensitive.
Dad, I apologize.
They want to know why you said the victim wasn't a victim initially.
Let me clear that up. Is okay. The reason why I said that was definitely my bad. Thank you to I was acting on emotions.
Thank you to Stu Bacher for the 20 as well, man. You guys are all far too kind, and truthfully, I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you from the bottom of my heart and the bottom of my FanDuel account. Thank you. Wait, what do you mean?
I have to tread lightly because I don't. Wait. Somebody, this woman has moved on, has totally. So how do I? This woman, young adult. I apologize. Yeah. Young adult. The reason why I said that is she was trying to get away from her family. That's kind of why I said that, because she was willing to be there. I didn't mean to. I acted in anger. I acted poorly, but that is where that comes from.
Are you considering maybe the possibility that you're acting poorly right now?
I'm just trying to be honest and answer the questions as honestly and real as possible. I'm not trying to bullshit anybody.
Look, I will never view Negs as a victim. I can't even view that guy as a human being. He's like a slimy worm. He's a parasitic insect. I will never feel anything for that guy but disgust.
I'm not trying to. I'm giving everything I got here.
Well, I mean, I'm going to give you the best advice I can give you is to log off the internet right now and to stay off the internet.
I'm not going anywhere.
Okay. All right.
I don't see why, Marty. I don't see why.
By the way, as well. Thank you.
People deserve this. This is why some people, go back to different things. I'm not saying us, but people deserve sex.
You know what I love about Negs, just really quickly, is he only covers this shit to get a platform so he can spout off his political beliefs. Like, he would love to just be like a political commentary channel, but nobody would watch that. He almost uses the drama and the bullshit just to get people sucked in so he can give his political opinions. And that's dishonest and it's annoying, but that's what he does and that's who he is, and that's just the truth. That's what I've observed. That's just the truth.
Second chances. And if people don't give me that, I understand that. But for the people that email me and talk about recovery and that I've helped, to say that I need to go, what? That
Well,
if
because you're
people
coming
choose to
online and saying
watch
that
me,
the child victim wasn't the victim.
I'm not saying that, Marty.
You did say
I'm
that.
not saying that.
But you did.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is it was a whole ass ordeal that, yes, was it?
And look, man, just, like, we're both like follically challenged. Like, just be bald. Like, you don't need to do like the Bret Michaels bandana thing. Like, nobody's falling for it. We're bald men. All right, we're bald. Get rid of the bandana. We're bald. Okay, it is what it is. You're not fooling anybody with that shit.
It made in poor taste. Absolutely.
Come on, dude. Come on.
Do I want to
man.
justify this? No, that
Come
was
on,
not
bro.
my intentions. I acted like shit when I first came on. I acted in my emotions. Absolutely. And so did he.
What do you think? Are you gonna whine when people victimize you?
Marty, I've been victimized ever since this went down.
You think so? Oh, I think so. Okay.
Seriously, we're gonna go there?
Well, like, I've given you, look, like, final opportunity, log off, stay off.
Not happening.
Okay.
So
Why?
what are we gonna do here?
Why?
Are you who's threatening to set my house on fire and kill my dogs? Is that what we're doing?
Why does everyone accuse me of being a dog hitman? Like, what the fuck? It's so wacky. No, look, why do I constantly get accused of being a dog hitman? Like, people
No,
are
these are the
constantly
emails
being a
I'm
dog
receiving
hitman.
that my dogs are gonna get shot, my house is gonna get burned down.
I'm the CEO of Kibble and Hits. I'm just the ultimate dog assassin.
So do I need to take
What is this shit? It's always with a dog. I love dogs. Sleep with one eye open. I'll tell you that.
I always sleep with one eye open, baby.
I would if I slept next to a pimp who smacked around kids for money.
Nobody smacked around anybody, Marty. Read the cases. They're out there. They're out there, Marty. Read that shit.
Shut the fuck up. That's bullshit. That's how it works.
Marty. Nobody smacked around
money and get slapped around. Shut the fuck up.
No, that's not the case. Sorry.
How does it work? Tell me how it works.
True.
Sorry, that's not the case.
Tell me how it worked.
Let me tell you, Marty. I don't know
how it worked. So how did he deprive this child of their money?
There was no depriving the child of the money.
So okay.
The money,
no, of course there
was for her to stay there because where they were staying, nor the person knew that she was underage either.
So did he sleep?
Nobody was condoning being underage.
Did he sleep with the underage kid?
No.
Bullshit. Like, they all sleep with. Of course they do. Bullshit.
She came and she went and did her own thing. Marty, I'm a grown ass. I don't have to lie to you. What he did in his past.
Just a landlord. Bullshit. I don't fucking believe it.
Read it. It's all out there. Read it. Why would I come on here when the case is out there? It's public.
I'm just wondering how he deprived this child of her money, like just by paying rent.
There's no depriving, Marty. They did it. No, she was fucking.
Well, so
she had an ID.
You know what deprive means?
Poor taste. Absolutely. I'm not saying that, Marty.
So how did he separate this child from their money? Just paying rent?
Exactly.
Like, I don't understand it.
Exactly.
She was staying there. When the cops brought her back there, they seen she had her own room and her clothes and all her belongings were there.
I mean, it's fine. Well, then I don't think you like. So let's just say
in the state of Nevada, Marty, is that's the thing too. I see people saying, "Well, why can't he get off the name of the state of Nevada?" It's known for having, a bad rap, people coming out their party and doing their thing. So when they brought her back there and realized that she wasn't 18 plus, they seen she had a room, they seen her belongings were there.
So I mean, I know that like Nevada is like Sin City, right? Las Vegas. And there's a lot of pimps out there.
There are, unfortunately. Yes,
and
there are.
Like, he was just a landlord for children. Bullshit.
He wasn't a landlord, Marty. They were all staying with someone. He wasn't the landlord.
So, like, how did he deprive her of money then if they're all just living in some flop house? Like, who does she think she's fooling? Like, just get out of here. I don't want to see you. Like, we're all tired of it. Okay, yeah, he was her pimp. He was a pimp during the time that she was with him, and there was pimps before and pimps after him,
Like, he pimped her. Like, let's just call it what it is. Why can't you just be honest?
I'm being honest. She paid for it. That is how all the money came into play, of how the files went down. When they came in, they seen her clothes were there, and that she had her own room.
I mean, this is all like a pretty big insult.
Marty, I'm being real with you. You wanted the real, you wanted the truth. I'm giving you, I'm not going to set your bullshit.
I was heard you say that, like, used to hang out with pimps on the reg, right? Yeah,
I used to live in a shady part of Atlanta. Absolutely.
Okay, but he wasn't a pimp. Okay.
I met him after our lives had completely changed. I had stopped hustling, stopped dancing. He had changed his life. I had changed mine.
Can I ask a question?
Did I live in a place that the area was filled with pimps? Absolutely.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, you live in one now. It's called the
Go ahead, Kenny. I'm sorry.
When he was on Wet's panel, she asked if he was remorseful, and he said he was not for doing his actions.
He's not.
Your boyfriend off-city had more girls than just that one at the time. Of course he did. Of course he did. Of course he did. 1,000%. Like, no, of course.
On here like we are. Can you imagine somebody that you love? Thousands of people are coming at them sideways. I never wanted to hurt people with this. So both of us absolutely acted like a shit. Both of us. I regret that stream. He regrets that stream. He's not on here. This isn't his realm. He has a regular job and does his thing. Skinny, you know what it's like the first time coming on a stream or making a video.
You know what? Yeah, so I know what that's like. You know what I don't know or can relate to is pimping out children for money. Like, that's something that I can't relate to. And if it's not something I can even consider. But let's
Marty,
just
he did not know she was a minor. I'm not trying to justify that, but I'm telling you the honest truth.
Okay, so let's just say, like, his house full of these girls.
There was couples, there was people. It wasn't just a fucking pimp house and a bunch of chicks.
No, I don't believe that there was couples there.
Okay.
So he was just a landlord. He was basically like a landlord. Like, maybe I don't think that he would be convicted of pimping or pandering if he just didn't look at a tenant's ID. I don't think that it would work like that.
Go to Nevada.
This is so bullshit.
Get in the situation and see what happens.
Okay, so let's just say that I was an honest landlord and a tenant gave me an ID that was fictitious. I wouldn't come on and say that, look, this girl had pimps before me. She had pimps after me. In fact, a pimp came to testify against me.
That is what she did, though, Marty. I'm not trying to make shit up or lie to you guys. That was just the unfortunately the field that she chose at that time. So ask away. I'll answer for the next couple minutes. I don't know what you guys want me to say. Is it a fucked up situation? Absolutely. I did not want to hurt any of you guys in this. That was never my intentions for something that happened in the past with somebody I'm with to let.
What's fucked up too is, like, she feels like we're owed the apology, not the child victim, who she says wasn't a victim at all. Like, this is all just about her own image and appearance, so she can continue to hang out on the internet and not get stink-eyed, you know? The lady's sick.
Let down you guys or to hurt you guys. I don't want to dredge up any of you guys' past.
Yeah,
I don't want any of you guys to be hurt, feeling.
Right.
That's not what I ever wanted to do on here. That was never my intentions, ever.
Can I ask, like, how this came out?
It came out by a channel that had, I guess, basically how it came out to me was I was sent an email and it was like, yo, what the fuck is this? And I was like, all right. Let's.
Lynn, it's your responsibility to confirm ID, fake or not. Ever worked in a liquor store? I haven't. Like, I see what you're saying, but, like, I don't think that, like, pimps have any regulatory standard. Like, there's no, like, card hard policy. Like, under 40, ask for ID. Like, no, if anything, like they would ask for ID to make sure that they're underage because like I think children generate more money. Like I hear what you're saying, but I think it's like a different industry. So you didn't even know. You had no idea like what the paperwork was.
No, he had always been upfront and honest. He has always, from the day one I met him, he's always been on, like, you can't start a relationship with somebody and not tell them, hey, heads up, I want to tell you this. This is going to affect my life for the rest of my life.
So like, I'm curious, like, did you bring it up like, yeah, so I was running this apartment building, you see, and like I had to rent out units, and long story short, this
like when I got with him, when I stopped like
but you were a dancer, right?
I used to do. Dancer? I'm sorry, Marty. I'm
exotic. You said that you were an adult dancer, like an exotic dancer.
Yes.
Yeah, so like I know that like some of those girls like are in the trade, and you're aware of that, right?
Yes.
So how did you two meet?
I also had another job as well that was legitimate.
How did you two meet? It was legitimate. Like why?
We met in Las Vegas. I lived in Vegas for a short period of time.
Okay. I mean, like that's like one of the few things that you've said that I actually believe. Yeah.
I've never lied about living. I used to live in Atlanta. I've lived in Vegas. I've lived in a little bit of everywhere.
Where specifically did you meet?
Met hanging out at a bar on the strip.
Hang on a second here. Okay, what kind of bar? Man, thank you to Duncan.
A regular casino. Just a.
Yeah. Thank you. All right, man. That's more than. I mean, you guys were living a similar lifestyle, I imagine.
Much. Our lifestyle had changed by then.
Well, you were a dancer at the time, though, right?
No, I was not dancing at that current time. I was taking care of a gentleman that was handicapped. I'm being serious.
Yeah, it's a fair question. I mean, like,
no, I'm being honest. I told the story on my channel. I had met a gentleman and I used to take care of him, and he had gotten shot when he was a kid, and I would help him with everyday responsibilities, help get him out of his chair, or he'd take a shot, whatever he needed.
Cash. So, like, when was he convicted and when did he get out?
I don't know the exact time frame because
she referred to this disabled guy as a gentleman. Like, how many nurses refer to their patients as gentlemen? Come on.
Been out before.
Come on.
He had been out a while before we had met.
Can I ask you a serious question? And I'm not trying to pry too much.
Look, I was going to ask you, but I'm glad that he's already just doing his bloodhound thing, which he does better than anybody. Like, to the gore world, like, William Glory Hole is the ultimate super sleuth. Like, I'm convinced that he spends all day, like with a newspaper in front of his face with little eye holes poked out in it. Like, the guy is just absolutely a legend, an absolute legend. Like, if there's anything out there, this guy's gonna find it. What does it say? Oh, the kimono dragon. Yeah, he's like a kimono dragon. Here's the thing too, like, he won't stop hunting you, and until his heart stops beating. For those of you like who haven't seen him do his work, like, the guy is absolutely the best in the biz.
But I think people are wondering, there are a lot of people out there wondering if you are with him because you feel indebted to him.
No, absolutely not. He said that, do you want me to go? I've wrecked everything you built from the ground up. And I said, no. You've helped me build me back. I am not going to turn on you. Why? He said, do you want me to go? And I said, absolutely not. I see the person you are. I know the person.
As soon as it's concluded, I'm gonna get a hold of the secret weapon for breaking this language barrier and putting the screws to his nader calls, or the buffalo.
I know the person I've been with for years and every day. I'm not.
Have you seen this guy, by the way? The rabbi. So this guy, he's over the past 2 years, he has streamed for 200,000 hours. And you ask how that's possible. He literally never leaves his room, and he has 10 live streams going, whether that be on YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram. The guy is Genuine Rabbi Hours. Yeah. So we need to get him focused and like apprise him of the facts. And he's gonna get to the bottom of this with his translator app, I'm sure.
Not gonna sit on here and be like, he does this, he does that, but he contributes to society, and he
here, wait 1 second here. Let me post this.
Is trying to it'll never repay back the things that have happened.
Virtual
but
because there's no victim, right? Like, why do you need to repay somebody if there was no victim?
For the whole circumstances, Marty.
I'm
never saying
like
that
fair unit, like a fair rent.
I'm never saying that. Is this a fucked up situation? Absolutely.
Yeah, 1 second. Why?
Because it is a fucked up situation.
Well, what's fucked up about it?
He should have been more adamant to realize that she was younger and not participated in any of that. Not surrounded himself with somebody younger.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? What's
not just even being around somebody young?
Harley has a question. Is your grandmother living in the house with you and him?
Okay, first off, no, but what if she was? Do you want to speak to my grandma? Because my grandma has offered. I told her no. Are you fucking crazy, Granny? That man does the world for my grandma. At her beck and call. So if anybody would like to speak to her, we can do that. She wanted. I said no.
She's in her beck and call, but she doesn't live there. Like, what do you mean?
She's an elderly woman, Marty.
She doesn't live there. Like, you can't even be honest about your grandmother living there.
Dude, I'll put her on the fucking thing. I'm not lying. Everybody knows I take care of my grandma.
You just said she wasn't there. Like, so what if she was here? Like,
does she need her fucking bushes trimmed? Can she barely fucking walk at this point? Does she need groceries? Whatever the fuck she may need. You just said she wasn't
there though. Like, does she need her bush trimmed, or can you be honest about the
everybody?
Is he pimping her out too? Like, what
knows real fucking hard how I ride for my grandma. So we ain't gonna. My grandma offered to get on here. I said, "Nah, grandma."
I'm gonna tell you this. 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 And you know what,
Marty? I'm not trying to be mean, but people know
that's perfectly fine. Well, I'm not trying to be nice. So I'm gonna tell you this.
No, just Marty.
You're bringing your grandmother into
grandma out of this shit show.
Fucking honest and log off the internet. Like, and
I'm gonna be honest, and my grandma really did.
Care about your grandmother? Get off the internet now. Like, get off the internet now. That's
no.
Then you're doing this to your grandma, okay? Like, because I don't have sympathy.
Then I'll sit on her fucking deck all night long. Then.
Okay, well then, all right.
Okay.
I have a lady. I warned you.
Warn me about what, Marty? The people don't deserve second fucking chances. You don't.
You've had a second chance. You've had a second chance. You've had a second chance. You've been out. You were in the lifestyle. You got a second chance. You messed up again because you
about Bridget. I don't know. Dump Bridget off. Bridget, I don't know you nothing. You ain't ever.
Yeah, you don't. You said that you said that you were going to answer questions. You said so you don't want to answer questions. But I'm a viewer. I'm a viewer. So you said that you were going to answer questions. I'm a viewer.
Been around my damn chat ever. I ain't seen you
in your chat. I have been in your chat.
Goddamn book.
Been in your chat. So you don't know the people that are in your chat.
Monty, cut Bridget, or I'm getting off here. Bridget,
you're not answering any questions anyway.
Let's calm down.
Shit. Bridget was never in my channel. I'm here. I'll talk to Skinny. I had.
Oh yeah. Okay, hang on.
Interactions with Skinny. I think maybe I don't know if I've talked to Miami. Everybody's been reasonable. Bridget ain't gonna come on here.
I wasn't trying. Look,
Bridget,
I wasn't
trying to
come up.
Hear nothing you said because you were like.
Yeah, we want to.
Don't say no second chance shit, Bridget. I heard that, but
again, you can't tell the truth to save your life.
I didn't want to go up to be a dancer, but can I say, was some of the best part of my life.
I'm done with you. You're a born liar, and you're gonna get it. And that's
oh shit.
All right. So Glory Hole's already on this woman. Obviously need some information before we can give her the business. But on to more important things, and that's Chantel. And how are we going to get to Chantel with a language barrier? I'm going to tell you how. The rabbi. So I just want to watch him in his natural environment for a few minutes before he comes on here. He's been listening to this song for like 24 hours straight, and I don't know how it hasn't driven him insane. Let me link him too. Go say hello to the rabbi. Some support. Staying close. He's staying close for 3 weeks straight. Yeah. Yeah. Cryptocurrency club. Yeah. Yeah. Has he helped me on the back? No, he is not. But he has his translator app, and he's eager to please. And he's a brother, right? He's in the tribe. So I just know it's in I have faith in him. I'm unsure. Who is this? Well, this is a man who has over 100 Twitters, over 100 Instagrams, over 100 YouTubes, over 1,000 TikToks, and has spent the last 2 years in this room live streaming every one of his waking moments. Prior to yesterday, I think like his most views on a video was 76 for a 9.5 hour stream. And this is what he wants to do for the rest of his life. He is a self-described romance king, pickup artist. Yeah, he's a pickup artist. And his look, this is for the guys here. If you want to get a woman, you either go up to her and ask her, hey, you want to fuck? Or you tell them, hey, we're fucking now. Yeah, we're fucking now. Yeah. And it works for him. Like, and like clearly.
Check out that link. That's showing you my computer. We're watching Family Guy in the meantime. Yeah, I'm having a chat with Marty. Yeah, I'm just waiting on the link.
Okay, here, let me send you this.
Absolutely. Sally, Nightmare. I'm just waiting on the link.
Is it rude to ask me to turn
Yes, I will absolutely have a chat with you.
Insane.
Welcome, everyone.
Yeah.
Yo, what up?
I watched Rick off on Instagram. I saw for a split second, like, and it shielded my eyes. Came here for 3 weeks, at least 3 weeks. So I got tired of scrolling down through the videos. Look, all your concerns will be alleviated. But to answer your question, yes, he is the secret weapon. He's a very smart guy, and he has a translator app. And he's eager to please, and he's hungry. And our people don't like their people. Okay? So, yes, he's the perfect candidate. He's the perfect candidate. There's more than that. He has a device. But really quickly, while we wait.
What up, everyone? I'll stay true to myself. That's the only thing I know how to be.
Uh-oh. This is probably a cool tune, but it needs to be played because it's just too captivating, it's too compelling, and it's something that I think people need to see. Not with too many anthems.
traveling the world in the 7 states. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to get used by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Like me. Some of them want to pick up you. Really quickly, I'm just going to link my backup channel. Just yes, you know, it's I guess probably a good idea. I traveled around in the 7 states. Everybody looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to be used by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to get up you. I want to use you. I want to know you. Everybody looking for something. Some of them want to get used to some of them want to Minnie's face at the very end of this is amazing. All right, while we go by, there's one more that was particularly electrifying. Sorry, I just. In the darkness, that's so much I do. The I was big for you. I got every man. I was in your eyes, there's something that's just you. But the Lord, we're gonna make it all come true. Cause you were made for me. And God, I was made for you. I was made for you.
What's up, Brute? How you doing, buddy? What up, Goblin King? So, like, just a really quick story here. Me and Jamie went out with Minnie Manson. We got like to see them perform live in a bar, and even like we went into their home and got to see them perform like in a very VIP only show, which was incredible. But so in like the previous video, you saw that like they put the microphone in their nether region. Minnie Manson, there's a video of it out there. Was able to, I don't know how, but like to shove the whole head of it up their vagina, you know, for I don't know how else to put it. But then, like, and this was really kind of disturbing, but after having like fully inserted it into their sniz, they then and like they did this like in front of us. They gave that microphone to the bar as a gift. So people are going to be putting it up to their face. Like, you know, I'm sure it's got a smell to it, but they gave the microphone to the bar so unsuspecting people would have the microphone in their faces. And yeah, you're saying no. Like you're saying, people are saying like, that's appalling, that's gross. And it is gross. Did I smell it afterwards? No, I didn't put it up to my face. I didn't put it up to my face. But yeah, like they definitely did that. And their groin is you can tell that like they've had sex with a microphone. Like it's a little blown out, you know? They got off on that. I'm sure, yeah. And that's like a perpetual get off because like forever people will be holding that to their face and breathing in Minnie Manson's groin. But yeah, like that's just something that we saw happen. Like I'm not lying about that. And like they're saying like, yeah, it's a very magnanimous gesture. Like they were acting like they were doing people a favor. And it's
I don't know. Like, I'm not sure if that's a crime or not. But a gift. Never look a gift horse in the mouth, I guess. Except for microphones and bars that Minnie Manson attends. Please also me saying I'm getting way too comfortable on here. Like, I mean, maybe like I am comfortable on here. I was also comfortable like bending over, like to pick up something that fell underneath the car in Minnie Manson, and they just took that as an opportunity to finger me in the butt over shorts. Like they put their finger in my butt when I went bent over. I forgot what I was reaching for, but like phone. Yeah, so Jimmy's phone dropped. I reached down to grab it like under the car, and what do I know? Minnie Manson's fingers in my butt. It happened. Like it happened. It happened. It's something. It's something that happened. Yeah. So you're saying now I'm trolling? I swear to fucking God. I swear to fucking God. I swear to God. I will say, like, other than that, they're actually really pleasant. Like they act like a diva on here a lot. Like they act like a real, problematic and difficult person. But aside from like the butt fingering, like they're really pleasant and cool to be around. Yeah, yeah. Now, I'm not trolling. I'm like I'm definitely not trolling about this.
It's actually on my voicemail. Remember I told you?
Yeah, so I guess I was calling Jamie's phone, like trying to find it. Okay, so actually it was like under the car seat. Yeah. So like I got down on the ground, like to put my hand on there to try to reach for it. So yeah, there's a voicemail of it. Like I don't know if I felt like a little squeal, but like that's totally rape. That's not rape. That's not rape. Marty comes, so it was rape. Yeah, well that's right. That's proof. Like, so that's not rape. Like, listen, this guy just said it. Like, I came, and it's therefore not rape. There's actual audio of the assault. Yes, there is. There is audio of the assault. Yeah, if you think I'm trolling, like, it's there. It's there. Well, yeah, of course it's foreplay. Well, yeah, I probably should have went to their home afterwards, but like, it was a really cool, intimate, VIP only concert, and I have no issue with Minnie Manson. Like, it was a little forward. I mean, like, I didn't give them consent, but I guess like bending over in front of them, just kind of asking for it. Like I should have done my homework, I guess, a little bit more.
They're flirting the whole time.
Yeah, they're pretty. Yeah. Well, that's fair. He said he come, but I did come. So make of it what you will. The rabbi, the rabbi's up.
Yeah, he just said he's entering the studio. Please be patient.
Okay. All right. I wonder if he has any like phobia of logging off of the stream. Like, there's no way that's going to happen, right? Like, I wonder. I know like a horse who's in like a burning barn will stay in the barn, like just because it's the comfort zone. Like, I almost wonder if his house was lit on fire, if he wouldn't end the stream and you just sit there and burn to death. Like, let's see. Here he is.
Yo, Rabbi. Come on, man. Hey, I got no complaints, good sir. How's your day going today?
Yo, what up? How you living, Marty?
I'm pretty good. I think you got like an echo going on here, sir. Hello?
Hello, everyone.
Yes, sir. I think there's like an echo. I think you have like a tab open.
Hope you're doing well.
Uh-oh.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think there's like a bit of an echo though. Like I don't know if you have like a tab open or not.
Oh, that could be. Let me shut down all my tabs.
Yeah. That could help maybe. Yeah. Oh, wow, yeah, the delays.
Okay, I'll use a headset. Just one moment.
Okay. Yeah, the headset will help too, I think, as well.
Certainly. Just one moment. I will use a headset.
Testing. I think. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's still going. Like I would say, maybe like mute the stream and like and if you have like a headset. Yes, sir. I think we got it. I think we're good. All right. Yeah. So I will say this. I think that like your endeavor is beyond impressive. Like to stream 200,000 hours over the past 2 calendar years. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you hear me? Whatever you want with that. Can you hear me? Sure. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Here. Let's try calling.
Yeah.
I think it's probably the best bet.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I think I'm just gonna try calling you.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Okay. All right. Sweet.
I've got my phone right here.
Okay. Here, give me just one moment.
Sure, take your time. Thank you so much for doing this.
Hey man, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure, sir. Yeah, I think you're a great guy.
This is Rabbi.
All right, I think we have a little bit of an echo here, Rabbi.
Okay, I've muted everything. That we shouldn't have an echo anymore. Let me mute.
Oh, that's on my end. Well, my bad. No, dude, that's on my end. Like, man, what? Like, I'm totally the buffoon here.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you that like we have like a very important task that I hope that we can accomplish together. And you know, it's our relationship is immaterial of accomplishing our goal. Like, I think you're a great guy, and I'll support you, regardless. But man, oh man, would it be helpful if we can accomplish this goal.
Absolutely. Is this the Kuwait project?
It is the Kuwait project. There's this lady on the internet, this foodie beauty, who needs to be taken down a few notches. You know, who needs to pay. Okay. And she's committing like various infractions. She is guilty of haram. And we've tried to report her to authorities, but we have no way of communicating because we don't have anybody that speaks Arabic. Now, I know you don't speak Arabic, but I know you have like this little translator app, and I think that it's going to be instrumental in taking her down a few pegs.
I understand.
All right. So where to begin here? I guess like, do you have the app handy?
Oh yeah, that translator.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a moment.
Excellent.
It takes a few seconds to start up, but if you're not familiar with what this is, it's called a Pocket Top handheld translator.
Is it fair to say that you have like a mastery of it?
It's pretty easy to set up. So
Okay.
I would say I know most of the settings. I don't know if you can really master it too much aside from being a developer on it.
Well, I have a feeling that you'd be. Look, I'll say this: for a multitude of factors, I think that you're the perfect guy for the job. You're hungry. You're a tribesman, and you have the translator app. And I really don't. I don't know anybody else who has all these characteristics, and I like you, and I think you're the perfect guy for the job. Like what do you know about this foodie beauty lady?
I just know I was asked to write a diss track about her last night. That's all I know about it.
Oh, you have, or you need to write a diss track?
We did. We sang one last night on ukulele, and so I didn't want to make it fun of her physically, though I know she probably has some imperfections. Mm-hmm. But the one thing is she doesn't kiss her husband as a married woman. Is that correct?
Yep.
Which is a little unique.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And there's no excuse for that either. Your audio is a little low here.
All right, I'll do my best to speak directly.
Okay, yeah. Now, yeah, perfect. Now we're cooking with gasoline here.
Excellent.
So I can tell you've done your homework here. She's also like she's done some softcore porno, like some naked nudies and things like that. And everything that she does is against their culture, it's against their law. And I'm hoping that with this translator app, like maybe you would be able to call the Kuwaiti authorities and just fill them in on everything that's been going on.
I understand what you're saying. So basically, there's some ways to go about this. Mm-hmm. One thing, I don't know how accurate it is being able to translate words back to me on a telephone. If that makes sense. So it would just be like a one-way conversation. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. So like I wouldn't be able to take in what they're saying. Well, then I would say like a way to maybe get around that is to just like have a series of phrases that you tell them, like irregardless of what they say. And we'll have to construct like maybe like, sir, I understand what you're saying, but she is doing this, that, and the other. Like so they feel like it's a conversation.
I understand what you're saying, but I mean,
exactly.
We know that we're using them at the same time, at the correct time.
No, we won't. So it might have to be like a series of calls until they get the point, and like at some point, hopefully, we'll just realize it's easier to go and check it out than to continue fielding the calls.
If I may ask, why don't we just get an Arabic speaker?
Well, as a Jewish man, I wouldn't fully trust them. We need like an inside guy here to make sure that this goes swimmingly.
Well, I mean, at least they'd be able to translate in real time what the responses were.
Yeah. Do you know any Arabic speakers?
On Twitter Spaces, yeah. I mean, I'm sure we could get some. Arabic is one of the most spoken languages on there, so there are many people on there who are bilingual.
Okay, is there any reason that we can't do both?
So essentially the thought would be, I mean, ideally we just talk to one of the people on Twitter Spaces and say, hey, we've got this person and we'd like to report them to the authorities. Would you be kind enough to help us with this project? And let's just say they say, yeah, that sounds great. Well, everything that you just told me, we tell them to be able to report them. And essentially, if they're like, well, I don't want to be the person necessarily doing the talking, let's just say hypothetically, then we have our statement written essentially in Arabic, and then we propose it to the authorities. They would have responses back to us, and then we have that person at least guide us as to which one of our pre-designated statements that we would give them.
I mean, I like the problem solving, but in their absence, you're like our Obi-Wan Kenobi right now. You're our only hope in the immediate. I mean, these are great ideas. I'm not saying that they're not, but I don't think it would hurt to have a multi-pronged approach.
I'm in agreement with you on that. I mean, ideally, we just need an Arabic speaker who we trust, and
or a translator app.
Well, I mean, aren't they just going to know it's just kind of some kind of robot that's speaking to them? I mean, really, ideally, what we should do is take whatever text we want, put it in Google Translate, take that text, and then put it in a voice generator app in a man's voice, and then propose it to them.
Well, I understand the man's voice thing, but maybe we could try it out with a man's voice. And again, I guess we're not going to know what they're saying. Like, so we don't know if they're going to say like, sir, what's going on here? Or sir, we're going to go and check it out. So does the Arabic voice have like multiple voices? Like,
so I was searching through, I thought that it did. I just wasn't able to find them immediately. So as of right now, I just have that female voice of which I'm aware.
Okay. Can I ask, like, if you're reluctant at all, just to give it a shot?
Well, okay, so firstly, I don't know how to call Kuwait, so I'm sure we'd be able to do that using some type of app. I looked it up a little bit yesterday, and like what even number I would call. So there were some local numbers if you're within Kuwait that you can call, but then there were some extent like telephone numbers that were for outside lines essentially. So I looked those up. I'm not exactly sure what the correct one was. So let's talk about this, or let's talk it through.
Sure.
So her violation is of religious law. Is that something that the police enforce within Kuwait?
Oh, yes. That's absolutely. Absolutely, they do. 1,000%.
Okay, so her crime would be that she starred in softcore porn?
Yes. She is also an apostate. She is an infidel as well, which is not smiled upon. It's not taken with open arms. Her husband, fake husband, runs a fake business. It is fake.
Okay. Like what kind of fake business?
It's not legitimate.
Well, I mean, is it like a front for something?
Possibly.
Okay. I mean, but we need evidence of that it's fake.
Well, that's where the police come in. You know, like that's there's a lot of suspicion. There's a lot of suspicion. They are not trustworthy people, and we need to communicate this to them.
It's a difficult thing to communicate.
Well, that's why we're brainstorming here.
Yeah, no, and so for like, it would be one thing if we just had to give them one statement, like of all of her violations, but they're gonna have questions, they're gonna have follow-ups, and we're just gonna be like, what? Now, perhaps there's an English, someone who speaks English there. That would be ideal if we could just propose this to them in English. But,
well, yeah, maybe. I mean, there's only one way to find out, really.
Is to give them a call.
Correct.
Well, at least with my telephone, I don't have the ability to do that. I'm sure there are third-party apps that I could use perhaps to do that. I know some people. I know a couple people on Twitter Spaces who are associated, or they're from Kuwait. I don't know if they'd be interested in this, but I mean, ideally, I think that we could find some people who are perhaps trustworthy, at least to be able to communicate a message. I mean, it's not as if we have to trust them with our bank accounts. So we would find an Arabic speaker who has access to calling Kuwait and explain to them the situation, and then they would, report her to the authorities. I am not asking for anything for this, but I'm wondering if we needed an Arabic speaker. Is there any kind of incentive we could give them? How badly do you want to turn this person in?
Okay. Well, yeah, I personally want to see them pay. And from I don't need to tell you, these people go to pretty extreme lengths to please Allah.
Now, I'm sure perhaps there's an option to email them of the information with the evidence that you have. I mean, at least in the United States, if you have evidence of a crime, many times you can upload the evidence on the authorities' website. They don't even sometimes take telephone police reports. They ask you to upload it. So, I mean, have we explored do we know what city she's in and all of that?
Yes, Kuwait City, I think it's called.
Okay, yeah, no, it's a capital. It's a beautiful city. It's like Dubai.
Well, it's a lot uglier now that she's in town stomping around. Maybe that's something that they'll be receptive to.
So we have her first and last name?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Okay, do we have a picture of her?
Oh, yes, there's many pictures of her out there.
Okay, and so, I mean, the idea would be, I think, to go on the Kuwait City Police Department website, have it translate. In fact, we could do that now and just see what it says. Just one moment, let me do that.
Okay. Excellent. We're getting somewhere here. Yeah.
All right, police wait, telephone numbers. So it doesn't look like they have the police station themselves have individual websites that you call the telephone number. Okay, so we essentially would call them and explain to them the situation.
Oh, sorry. I think you maybe moved the phone away a little bit.
Apologies.
That's okay.
Call them. I mean, there's also the idea of just an anonymous tip that we can provide to them as well.
Well, that's true. I can say that a lot of people have tried communicating
via computers. Like, I don't know. Like, truthfully, I don't even know if the police station has a computer. Like, they just don't even respond to anything. Like, I think that they might have a website that's hosted outside of the country, but I don't know. Like people haven't tried the phone, and I was thinking that maybe that translator app could help make some headway.
Well, I mean, it does just. I trust as much as I trust Google Translate. Okay. However, if we had a statement that we could type up, I would probably just put it into Google Translate and then use a voice distorter, basically a text-to-voice app or some type of program in order to just read that into the phone.
Okay.
Now, let's say we're able to do that. We say that she has committed these violations.
She has.
Again, they're going to have a response to us, and we're going to have no idea what they say.
So maybe you could like throw some in there like, sir, that's a great point, but she was against the Saddam Hussein execution. Doesn't that mean anything to you? Like, and then you could let them talk, and like when they stop talking, maybe there could be like a next statement, like, yes, those are a lot of great points, but she is breaking the law nonetheless. You know, so like we can only anticipate what they're saying, and hopefully we could have enough counters that they will eventually get the point and do something about this hag.
I understand what you're saying. It's just the amount of counters that we need to have.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, I've got time. I mean, like, do you have like a word processor or something? Like maybe we can craft out the script. Okay, excellent.
I certainly have a word processor, but I mean we're making it more complicated than it needs to be. If I really had a beef with this person, I would find an Arabic speaker, which isn't hard to do, and I would say, look, here's $100. I need you to call the Kuwait Interior Department of Affairs, and I need you to report this person. And then I would be on the phone with them as they did it, so I knew they did it correctly. And they could explain to me, if there's anything that I didn't necessarily understand their process. But I mean, I'd put a little bit of money behind this, and
keep this in mind as well. Like, we're a couple of Jewish guys here.
Yeah, that doesn't necessarily matter. I speak to these guys all the time on Twitter Spaces. They're generally humans, and they're generally respectful. So I mean, how badly? Let me ask you this: how badly do you want to take her down? You want to put $1,000 behind this? You want to put $100 behind this?
No,
not for me, but for a speaker. Then, I mean, what has she done to you, if I may ask?
She has called me Marty Farty. Okay. She has defended my arch nemesis, and honestly, that's enough for me.
So, I mean, the best way to do it is to put some money behind it. If she's offended you that much, put a price on it. How much is Marty Farty worth to you?
Well, I mean, we've got this app here. Like, I feel like our paths crossed for a reason, and I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's just going to sound like a robot to them, and they're not going to necessarily take it seriously. We'll have absolutely no idea what the response is. That's the issue. If they're like, all right, well, tell us her address, we'll be like, we'll have no idea. That's why, I mean, I would, if it really insulted me, I would just literally just pay someone who knows Arabic to translate this information for me and to provide this. So, I mean, is it worth $100 to you? Is it worth $500 to you? Whatever it's worth to you, I would put that behind this, and then find myself a native speaker, and they'll do it. Trust me, they'll do it. They like money.
Well, look, I want her dealt with ASAP. Like the insults have been a long time coming, and like I've had it up to my neck with this crap.
I mean, we can find you a speaker within an hour.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, I'm just saying, like, you have a translator.
Yeah, but I mean, so Google Translate speaks out using a text to voice. I mean, there's nothing special about this translator.
I don't know. It looked pretty impressive.
Well, I mean, it translates in many different languages, but it's not necessarily 100% accurate either. What would be is a native translator. I mean, if you have a beef with the person, my advice is I would put a price on it. I'd say, look, I pay $100 to take this person down. Then we go on Google Space or on Twitter Spaces. We find a native Arabic speaker who also speaks English pretty well, and we say, look, do you have a Venmo account or a PayPal account? We're gonna give you 50% now and 50% once it's done. We want you to read this information to the authorities. And
how about 10% up front and 90% when the job's done?
That could whatever. I mean,
yeah.
Semantics, yes. Yeah,
okay.
Whatever you want.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And that's something that, yeah. Then I'm on board with that. Although I feel like, you're letting your translating app go to waste.
Well, I mean, in the same way that Google Translate does the same thing. There's nothing necessarily anything special about it except that it's handheld. I mean, my phone does that. Your computer does that. The key would be is if we could understand what they were saying on the phone when they replied, but it's difficult to do. I'm just afraid that the microphone's not going to pick it up. It's difficult enough now, and it's slow as well. So, I mean, like if they responded to us using this translator app, it has to process that information and then speak it out in English. So then we have to hear it in English and then re-speak our information back into it using Arabic. It'll look loony to these people. Now, if we had a native Arabic speaker, we say, hey, you want to make $100? All right, we're going to give you $10 now, and here's what we want you to do. And once it's done, we'll give you the remainder of the money. And
I think I can swing that. So
do you use Twitter Spaces?
No. I mean, I'm on Twitter, but I don't really use it too much.
So it's just it's an option within Twitter where you can. I mean, we just need to go to a space that has an Arabic speaker, someone who wants to make money.
So let me ask you this: how much faith do you have that these people aren't just going to swindle you?
Well, that's why you don't give them all the money up front. You give them, and I mean, they have a certain reputation online. They have their accounts there.
I mean, I guess, I just feel like they're just going to steal, Maybe that's weird, maybe that's wacky, but it's a concern.
You have, I mean, a lot of followers. Don't any of them speak Arabic that could help you with this?
There was one, but I dropped the ball a little bit. I think I could hit them back up. And I probably should.
Yeah, I mean, you trust them and you have a connection with them, and even then, you do the same thing to them. Say, look, I will give you 10% now and 90% at the end if you help me with this, and then turn in the person in Kuwait City.
So, I mean, I would ask you, what percentage of people who send money to strangers on the internet in the Middle East actually get, a return on their investment?
Well, I would assume that the percentage is quite low, but this person is different. They are a fan of yours, and you have a connection to them.
Well, that's one person. I don't know if they still even want to do it. But do you want to maybe investigate the Twitter sphere? And hang on. And
you know what? Here's what I would do. I would go on Fiverr and just get someone to translate it for me, and they have to do it then. And then they have their reputation on it. You know what Fiverr is? Do you or not?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I would just go on Fiverr and ask. I would pay whatever the request is, and I would. So essentially, you go on there, or you could put out a job for an Arabic speaker to do this. But you find someone who's willing to do translation services. You rent 1 hour of their time. You explain this to them that you'd like them to do this. They're in another country, so I doubt that they'll care. And then you have more trust in the system that you're not just blowing your money because they have their reputation behind it. You can always write a bad review and they want to avoid that.
Okay.
I think that's our best option.
Okay. So can I point you the head of this project and I will finance, whatever it is that you need to make this happen?
It's pretty easy for you to do. I mean, I don't have beef with the person.
Mm-hmm.
If I were you, I would just download the Fiverr app, go for 1 hour translation services, explain to them exactly what you want, which is them to call Kuwait City Police Department and turn this person in, and then you make the review on them. Once the job is done, I think you're complicating it by asking me to get involved.
Okay. Well, that's very fair and honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you're just adding to it. I mean, because then I'd have to come in and be like, all right, well, I need your credit card number, and I need like a whole bunch of other things that necessarily are that you don't need to be giving out. You would just need to go on Fiverr and do it on your own and ask for an hour of their time, and you can trust them because they do have essentially a small business based on there. And you can also, too, I mean, before you even pay anything, you could send them a DM, essentially, and see if they're interested. But there are so many Arabic speakers on there who I'm sure would be willing to do it for the right price. So, I mean, it's just how much is it into your, how much is it worth to you? If you have me get involved in it, then I'm going to be like, I have to come back to you. Like, well, they'll do it for like, $70. Okay, well, I want it for $50. So then I got to go back to them and be like, okay, well, when you do it for $50, then it's, it just complicates the matter when you're able to do everything basically through a third party using Fiverr, and you can trust the person. And then, at the end of the day, you probably get what you want, which is a report on this person. Now, will the police do anything on it? Perhaps. I mean, that's up to them. But the key is you need an Arabic speaker who you trust,
or a translating app, phone device. One or the other.
Well, I mean, it's just this translating app is not as powerful as I think you think it is. Essentially, we have to read an entire paragraph into it. It will speak that into the phone, and then they'll respond to something. If it is able to pick up the microphone, which I doubt it will be able to, you have to speak really clearly into it. But let's say it did, then nevertheless, it is going to take time to process that. And then it has to translate that into English. The people on the other end are going to be hearing this, wondering what is going on. And then we'll have to make a decision. Okay, well, what's the next step, or how do we want to respond to this?
But I think, though, that like if we had, like, sir, you make a lot of great points, but she's doing X, Y, and Z, and you need to check it out. You can even say, like, what are your thoughts? Like, so it's interactive. It's like an interactive conversation at that point.
It's very complicated, essentially, and you're just taking guesses. What if they say, well, what's your name? We don't know if they're saying that. What if they're saying, from where are you calling us? What if they're saying, what date did this happen? I mean, we don't know. It's essentially like a litany of things that they could be
saying. So then you say, like, I'm sorry, but I didn't hear what you're saying. Anyways, this is X, Y, and Z is occurring, and what are you going to do about it?
Marty, I just don't understand why you make it so complicated as opposed to just getting a native Arabic speaker on Fiverr who can translate this for you in real time, and it's accurate.
But then, like, so I'm gonna have to listen to them, and like so I'm gonna be the one calling them up on the phone, like, like
I speak English.
Okay.
I speak English. So
in Kuwait.
No, the translator.
Okay.
From wherever they're calling.
Okay.
Have you used Fiverr?
No.
I do.
It's quite convenient. So essentially, there are people who have translation services. You rent it for an hour, and you would. If I were you and I didn't want to lose any money, I would DM them first and explain to them the situation. You'll find someone who is interested in it, most likely, and then you explain, okay, I just need you to make this telephone call. And you can even, give them an extra incentive for doing that, because it might take a little bit of money for them to be able to get an app to be able to make that telephone call, but that's up to you. And then you say to them, okay, I want you to call them, and I'll be on the phone or I'll be on an app with you at the same time. And if you have any questions, just relay them to me and I'll tell you how to respond. But it'd be real-time, accurate translation services, which is really what you need.
Can I ask why you got this device?
Oh, yeah. I think I thought it was a really cool piece of technology that I saw on Amazon. And so I purchased it, and I live in Southern California, so it's helpful for a lot of people. It's a diverse area, and essentially, Spanish speakers are very prominent out here. And I was using my phone for translation services, and I figured, well, it'd be nice to have something just in my pocket to be able to do this.
Okay. I will thank you very much for the suggestions, and I think that's a great approach.
I think that's the way to go. If there's anything else that you need with this issue, please feel free to let me know. But I think we came to a pretty good strategy for this project.
Yes, I agree.
Excellent. Well, Marty, I want you to know, and please let your girlfriend know as well, I appreciate everything that you guys have done for me. I've got a lot of people in my stream, even today, 24 hours after, just simply from the fact that you guys mentioning it, joining and everything. And from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate everything, and wish you the best with your project.
Thank you very much, Rabbi.
Excellent. Have a wonderful night.
Are you as well? All right. Well,
Makes sense.
it does make sense. I just thought that device would have been like the secret weapon in this war here, and maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. But these are very good inputs. Yeah, he's a very good man. He's a very kind man. I just think that like it couldn't hurt to call up the PD with like a script, like that's there's no harm in it. Like, and it could have worked. It could have worked, but hire a translator, fine. So I'm gonna look into that. All right. Goblin King, are you still here? I feel like if I got in the pool but I didn't get my ear wet, I'd be fine. Let's see if the Goblin King's still here. I need to get back to that person on Discord as well. I'll help him with so I promise. So yeah, that'd be huge. That'd be huge. All right, see where my phone battery's at. You want to go to the pool? Okay. All right, Goblin King, I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to look into some of these things. Memphis Shay says, yeah, you had a translator. I know. He's a good consultant. These are very sound ideas. Can Rabbi help with the Kai project? No, William Gloryhole's on that. It seems like William Gloryhole's on that, and that guy's the ultimate hound dog. He'll go to any lengths. He doesn't make excuses. And yeah, no, that's handled. Unfortunately, this whole language thing remains unsolved. But yeah, I don't feel great. I think I'm going to hop off of here. Ask Nader if you know someone. Nader is afraid of breaking the law. He is. He made me swear not to send the missing moon pictures to anyone because it could potentially hurt his litigation. But Nader's a law-abiding citizen. He doesn't want to rock the boat. Nader is reformed. Nader is a good guy. He's an ethical man. And I don't want to put him in any compromising positions.
that would compromise his very strict and stringent morality. Roman L. Roman.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'll do that. Nader is a real man. Yes, he is. He's a real man. He's a good man. He's a real good man. He's both of those things, 1,000%. I'm gonna play some cards. I think. Try to get a little an early night's rest. All right, everybody. Thank you very much. Feel better? Yeah. No, I'm gonna get into Kaya. I need to get better though. I just need to get better. Talk with Pete's just for fun, please. I hate Pete's. Like that guy. He hasn't done anything to me, but I hate that guy. Like I wish him the absolute worst life has to offer. But yeah, I'm gonna hit you up in a little bit, Goblin. Yeah, so long, farewell, and I'll see you tomorrow.